guys that built a council, Gareth Ward, SIG, and the betrayal of Shoalhaven. In the lead up to the 2024 local government elections, the Shoalhaven Independents Group, SIG, welcomed disgraced MP Gareth Ward as their headline speaker, an act that now defines their political character. Ward, now a convicted sexual offender, stood before the SIG faithful delivering a speech laced with half-truths, misrepresentations, and outright lies. That speech was not just a reflection of his own broken credibility. It became a blueprint for a campaign built on deception and political opportunism. The people of Shoalhaven deserve to know the truth.
A 44% rate increase. 44% they wanted to lumber the...
Let's start with the 44% rate rise, Ward's favourite scare line. In reality, that figure was never implemented. It was an early modelling scenario, not a decision. Under Councillor Amanda Findlay and CEO Robin Stevens, the Council proposed a modest 4.5% special rate variation, SRV, to address a growing structural deficit caused by natural disasters, COVID-19 and chronic underinvestment. But once elected, SIG ignored community consultation and imposed a 12% increase, nearly triple the rate they'd campaigned against. If that's not political bait and switch, what is?
People who can least afford it. All the while, we've seen wages and staff go from 700 when I was there to 1,800 staff today.
Then came Ward's claim that Shoalhaven Council employed 1,800 staff, another flat-out lie. The actual number was 1,096, a fact confirmed by council records. That's a 704-person exaggeration. Even the largest staff increases during the peak of the bushfires and the pandemic were a necessary response to crisis and were approved under SIG majority councils, even while Amanda Findlay held the chair.
Would you believe that when I was a cabinet minister I had 2 media advisors, there are 10 inside Shoalhaven City Council today?
Ward's references to 10 advisors are equally unfounded. If he meant the executive team, that's standard practice across local governments of Shoalhaven's size. Meanwhile, SIG's own record shows they have presided over significant internal dysfunction, including multiple resignations from senior leadership, including the CEO, Robin Stevens, who authored the very financial recovery strategy SIG now takes credit for. Stevens' departure followed a closed-door meeting involving Patricia White, Bob Proudfoot, and Peter Wilkins. And we also saw the surprise departure of the once star child for SIG, acting CEO, Mr. James Ruprai, formerly Davis.
Waste, the mismanagement, and that is why the Shoalhaven needs change. It doesn't matter whether it's the condition of our roads that I have not seen in this condition in all the years that I've been here, or the waste that we've seen and most recently revealed, the material recovery facility, $10 million that could have been spent to keep our pools and libraries.
SIG didn't build the recovery plan, they inherited it, then undermined it. And what about the hypocrisy? While SIG councillors backed reductions to pool and library hours, claiming financial hardship, they quietly approved a 6% pay rise for themselves in 2025, double what council staff received. In contrast, under Findlay's leadership, the previous Green Labour bloc took no pay rise during their final term. SIG claims to stand for financial responsibility, but their record shows the opposite, spending on pet projects like Berry Park, new committees to hide from the public, and reversing proven savings measures, all while slashing services and blaming others.
Is open longer, to invest in the parks and the maintenance that so is desperately needed. These are the decisions of this Labor Greens majority. And let's not forget, friends, they're winding back of the 45-degree tree rule that says that government knows more about how you can look after your property and your family than you do.
Even the reinstatement of the so-called Gordon Timms 45-degree rule, which allows widespread tree removal near houses, flies in the face of community consultation and environmental science. Despite the community showing no clear support for its return, SIG rammed it through anyway, fueling culture war politics to attack the Greens rather than serve the broader interests of the Shoalhaven.
People say, you know, the Greens are like watermelons, green on the outside and red on the inside. Well, they're not. They're avocados. Green on the outside, nuts on the inside.
For 8 years, Amanda Findlay led Shoalhaven with a vision grounded in long-term sustainability, social equity and community engagement. As mayor, She championed the affordable housing strategy, supported land acquisitions for social housing, pushed for infrastructure investment, and delivered climate and biodiversity reforms that aligned with community values. Her leadership, through unprecedented disasters, bushfires, floods, and a pandemic, was marked by stability, transparency, and compassion. She stood up for the vulnerable, secured state and federal funds for road recovery, and maintained essential services like libraries and pools even under fiscal pressure. Her administration's work wasn't flashy, it was foundational. Strategic plans, grant pipelines, and budget repair frameworks were laid down with the support of then CEO Robin Stevens. Together, they initiated the financial recovery plan that Patricia White now claims credit for. All of this unfolded with Gareth Ward as a symbolic figurehead, a man whose own words once called for sex offenders like himself to rot in prison, and who now finds himself convicted of the similar crimes he once condemned.
Let me tell you, we've got a chance now to put the adults back in charge. We've got a chance to have a wonderful woman who I've known for more than 20 years, someone who works her heart and soul for this community every day, somebody who I know is passionate about the Shoalhaven, someone who wants to fix the budget so that we can keep rates low and address cost of living issues. And that's Patricia White, who deserves your #1 vote on election day. That's how I'll be voting, and I encourage you all to do the same.
Ward will not be voting in the next election. Under New South Wales law, prisoners sentenced to more than 12 months lose the right to vote.
Because she's going to be a great mayor of the Shoalhaven. I have no doubt about it. I look forward to working with her. And can I say, I'm really pleased that Jim Maxwell and Peter Wilkins are here today. Look, they are the only ABC voices that I actually kind of like, and I'm really pleased that they're running, because they bring that life experience with them to council. You do need a diversity on council, but I know that Peter's going to be a great councillor as well. Let's look at the record of this council. When this mayor stood for re-election, what did she say she was going to do? She said she was going to address the homeless, but at the same time rejecting homes around Kalala that involved a 1,000 acre handback of land to the Jervis Bay National Park. You can't address the housing issue unless you support more homes. This is someone who said she was going to fix the roads. Well, I'll just leave that one there. That we need to go no further. And of course, she said we were going to have better services.
Housing. Claims that Amanda Findlay did nothing on housing are false. She delivered a comprehensive affordable housing strategy, secured land for affordable homes, partnered with community housing providers, and launched the Meanwhile Use initiative to activate vacant properties for rental. She backed expanded homelessness support, demanded state investment in social housing, and took a principled stand against the speculative Kalala CMARC development, which offered no homes, no jobs, and threatened critical bushland. Findlay put people and sustainability ahead of profit. Infrastructure. When bushfires and floods devastated Shoalhaven's roads, it was Findlay who led the recovery effort, securing millions in disaster funding and launching major reconstruction projects across 250-plus kilometres of damaged roads. Under her leadership, the council repaired critical routes like Wheelbarrow Road, addressed landslips in Kangaroo Valley, and unlocked over $18 million through Roads to Recovery. She initiated a full road condition audit and laid the groundwork for the long-term renewal plan the current council now relies on. Bottom line, Amanda Findlay didn't just plan, she delivered with integrity, vision, and results.
All the while, we've seen cuts proposed to swimming pool hours, to libraries, all under this watch. Friends, we need change. We need change in this council, but the winds of change are coming. So please remember to support the team, and this particular team, Patricia's team, Peter Wilkins on election day, because I believe this is the leadership that Shoalhaven has been crying out for. And I look forward to seeing that on election day. So make sure that you tell your friends, that you talk to people about what this vote means for you, because I don't want to pay more rates. I want better services.
Ward's claim that he wants lower rates and better services is a textbook example of dishonest populist politics, promising voters everything while delivering nothing of substance. It's a hollow slogan designed to exploit public frustration, not a serious policy position. Rates are how councils fund roads, pools, libraries, parks, and community services. Cutting them means cutting the very services he pretends to care about. You can't demand less revenue and more investment without lying to the public or gutting frontline services. This is political theatre from a scandal-plagued MP who's more interested in headlines than solutions. Ward's contradiction exposes the emptiness of his agenda. All outrage, no answers, and no regard for how government actually works.
And I want a council that's focused on the basics, the things that matter to each of us. And I know that that's what Peter, Patricia and their team will do. So I want to wish you all the very best. Thank you for having me here today. And let's hope on the 14th of September, the people of the Shoalhaven truly get the government they deserve. Good luck.
Shoalhaven should take note. If your campaign is launched with lies and built on the support of a man convicted of some of the worst crimes imaginable, what kind of governance can you really expect? The SIG-led council has not delivered the disciplined leadership it promised. It has coasted on the strategic groundwork laid by others, torn down essential services, and placed short-term populism above long-term vision. The people of Shoalhaven deserved honesty, integrity, and competent leadership. Instead, they got slogans, stunts, and a council built on lies.